Peace, love, and harmony, family. I am Infinite Abundance, consciously keeping high vibrational love frequency on the planet alive. Because we infinillionaires know how to keep it real with every lifetime, if you know what I mean. Can you feel me? Now let's get into this. So today I want to talk to you guys about what happens when you don't do the shadow work. Now this is something no one seems to be talking about, so I decided to raise awareness to this because most of humanity feel that if they die in the egotistical state, they can return on our divine timeline. And spoiler alert, this is not how it's going to go down like previous lifetimes. You know, as we all are aware that the universe, Father, Mother, God, Source, whatever you want to call our energy, is alive and has taken the lead for its divine timeline. And because of this, nothing happens without the universe permission. Now some might say, well, what does that mean? What does that mean? What is he saying? You know, she's saying that if you die in your egotistical state, that there will be no return in an avatar, no reincarnation in an avatar. You die on the parallel timeline, and the soul will be retrieved and returned into the quantum field. But some might say, well, how can this be? Well, in previous lifetimes, when humanity was dying in the ego state, they were returning and reincarnating to continue. Well, they were leaving a legacy for humanity to continue to build a technology on the planet and extinguish humanity while constantly returning to the egotistical state and have the soul trapped in a device to continuously control and build lifeless timelines. And because we have awakened to our higher self, our intuition, our divinity, whatever you want to call our essence and channeling the cosmic laws and the laws of nature. There will be no access to those who choose to live in their egotistical state now. And if you die in it, whether you die in a chip or you die in the same state, those parallel timelines will come to an end. And the reason those parallel timelines will come to an end is because they are not aligned to the divine timeline, like homosexuality and the mixture of gender roles, like narcissism, like people who drenched in committing murders, and all the negative things that did not serve our timeline. Now this is still being offered to humanity to do the shadow work, know thyself, and come in alignment with high vibrational frequencies. Aware and awaken to thyself. And even as some breed in their avatars and are not awakened to themselves, manifestations that don't align to our divine timeline will happen for them. And you say, well, humanity always manifested, whether it be good for them or whether it be not so good for them. And we are aware of this, but the manifestations takes place at the vibration they are at. So if they're in lower vibrations, lack-mindedness, confusion, chaos, greediness, selfishness, and all these different low-ass frequencies, that is what they receive, you know. And materialistically, all of that goes with those vibrations they carry. Whereas on our divine timeline, you manifest effortlessly because it's heart-centered, it is community-oriented, it is loving ourselves and reflections of ourselves, and choosing the best for ourselves, and wanting the best for others as ourselves, not neglecting others and looking down at human beings as if they are nothing, when divine lives in all that is breathing, moving, being, and not those who choose to acknowledge their egotistical state and keep it as, not keep it as, claim it as themselves, you know. So invalid projections will no longer be acknowledged by the quantum field in this present movement moving forward. And we who are in divine union telepathically uphold this cosmic law, you know. So if you don't do the shadow work and you die in the state that you are in, there's no return onto this 5D timeline. You just return on parallel timelines that has ended. And quite frankly, we don't care what happens when others choose their ego over our divine timeline. See, people have a tendency to love to say, energy does not die, it can only be transmuted. But what they don't know is change is constantly happening, and laws can be upgraded. And it is so that the cosmic law is being upgraded, where energy is transmuted, but where it doesn't come forward, it just stays in the box that it's in, you know, having no permission granted from the universe for like-minded manifestations to be approved of in any way, any space or any time. Because the only timeline and beyond, the only timeline that will remain is 5D timeline, and beyond that, all other parallel lifetimes will be disregarded, and will not ever have access to divine timelines. So I want to get this straight with some of you all now, because the universe is changing the trajectory to how it chooses life to be, and not taking projections from others that co-create distortion in reality. The universe now is now putting itself first, and living the beauty it wishes to see. So for those who feel that, hey, they can live a reality that is not aligned with our high vibrational love frequency and just fit in with us, I have news for you. We're not accepting that. And we don't care how you feel about that, because we already see the shit you can create now, and we don't want any part of that. So I say to you today, beautiful souls, even the egotistical ones hearing this today now, there's a choice to behold. And like I said in previous messages, no one is holding your foot, hands, heart and mind to make the decision for your life and all your lifetimes. What you choose, you choose. It ain't got nothing to do with us, because our divine timeline is always moving forward. And because your manifestations are none and void to us, so will the world you choose to manifest for yourself bring an end to what you create for yourself. I am infinite abundance. Yeah! Consciously keeping high vibrational love frequencies on the planet alive infinitely. Because we, Infinillionaires, know how to keep it real with all lifetimes, bringing beauty to reality. Please tap that like button, subscribe to my channel, share this with someone who needs to hear this. Yes, share this with someone who needs to hear this, because those who choose to integrate the shadow will be left behind, and that ain't had nothing to do with us, As we always say, there's a choice in everything. And If you choose to live in your ego state, well, eventually you will become a total void to us, and will not ever return on our divine timeline. If you don't change your trajectory. Once again, I am infinite abundance. Yeah! Exponentially healthy, wealthy, with the highest potentials for life infinitely. Setting the trend and shaking things up. Bringing positivity to our life, beauty from our hearts, showing up as blessings, breakthroughs, and miracles for our life in every way. Living our divinity above the ego state. To have a beautiful, spectacular, awesome, magical, amazing, wonderful day, just as you are. I love all of you. High vibrational 5D New Earth Stars.